are so few who have so much, so many that have so little. That's why I steal, to try and balance the cart a little.
If I hadn't been noble born, I probably would have done the same thing.
With your temper, you'd have killed every noble that crossed your path. You'd have been hung before your 10th birthday.
They never would have taken me alive.
That I truly believe. God help the man who falls for you. He's in for one hell of an adventure.
I have to go. The sun is up. If my father finds my bed not slept in, he'll know I was down here all night.
He's right to keep you away from a man like me.
And why is that?
The precious jewel is only loaned out to someone you know will return it.
I don't want to be a jewel.
But you are. Never to be owned, or put in a box, or displayed for the vanity of others.
Blind man's ploy. It teaches you to fight without sight.
Oh, for night fighting?
That's right. Now, sometimes, especially in tournaments, the dirty fighters will try and sling mud and sand in your face. Now, when that happens, you'll be glad you learned the blind man's ploy.
I'd like to learn that one myself.
Right. Are you ready?
What do I do?
Listen.
To what?
The wind.
The wind?
Swing the pumpkin round a bit, Richard. Hear the pumpkin?
No.
Listen harder. Things make a noise as they go through the air. Hit the pumpkin.
I don't know what it is you're doing with Eleanor, Elizabeth, but she seems almost grown up these days.
I'm trying to gently introduce her to other things.
Come on, Cedric, it's easy.
You can do it, Cedric. Remember what I told you.
Look, he doesn't have a chance of winning the tournament.
I think you're all being very cruel.
I didn't put Amos and Richard up to this.
You might as well have.
It's the best thing for Cedric.
I know. And you made a promise to Anne. I know. But don't fool yourself, Thomas. This isn't for Cedric. It isn't for Anne. It's for you.
Is that so wrong?
You're sending him away against his will.
I couldn't bear to lose him, Elizabeth.
He's the one most like her, isn't he?
Yes.
Then I think you'd at least want to see him in better hands.
A bishop? But
He's conceited and pompous. He wields his power in the church like a sword. I think the only reason he's interested in Cedric is for the influence your name will give him. I don't like him, Thomas.
I would never have guessed.
I'll tell you something else. I don't think the friar likes him either.
Training seems to be coming along.
It's no use, brother. He just doesn't have the skill.
I did it! I did it! I did it! I did it!
Well done, Cedric.
Are you coming, brother?
Where's Cedric?
He's not feeling very well.
Don't you have the decency to wait to be announced?
I'm feeling incredibly decent at the moment. I brought the sheriff with a royal warrant for my prisoner.
I'm sorry, Sir Thomas, but this comes from the king. He's been after this hoodlum for some time, and he doesn't care much what happens to him.
Father, you can't let them take him. You don't know him. It's possible he's nothing like they say.
And how would you know?
Father, you have to try and stop this.
Sheriff?
It's the king's law.
Excuse me.
I heard voices rising upstairs.
Mullins has brought the sheriff.
You gotta get me out of here. I'll be hung for sure.
My father will never forgive me.
It's forgiveness you'll be worrying about when they come to stretch my neck.
I don't know.
Fine, fine. You do the noble thing. I was mad to think a lady would give a damn about a common thief like me.
I do care.
Then in the name of God, get the key and let me out. God love you. Half as much as I do.
All this trouble. And for what? You should have handed the outlaw over to me in the first place. Where is he? Where is he?
Covington Cross will be back in a moment.
Couldn't have escaped without help.
Are you insinuating that I had a hand in this?
Despite me, you're capable of anything. It would be wise for you to teach your children some manners, Sir Thomas.
You're quite right, Richard. Next time you shove John Mallins over a table, say excuse me.
Yes, Father.
I'll see how light your tongue is when the king hears about this.
Amos and Richard, find the outlaw and bring him back here.
Come on, let's get Cedric and show him a few things on the house.
It doesn't look good, Sir Thomas. It would have been impossible for him to escape without somebody helping. If someone did help him, they'll be severely punished.
I couldn't just let him be taken and hanged.
He's a criminal.
Maybe in your eyes, in the eyes of all nobles, but not in the eyes of the poor. Do you know he gives away everything he steals, or doesn't that matter to you?
He told you that?
Yes?
And you believed him?
Why shouldn't I?
Because he's a criminal! They've been known to lie from time to time. He steals from the rich and keeps it for himself.
You're wrong.
How do you know? Where's the poor person you consulted on the matter?
He wouldn't lie to me.
I didn't realize you were so naive.
I'm not.
You're to stay in your room.
Like a child.
By doing a childish thing.
And what if I refuse to stay?
You seem fond of the dungeon lately. Perhaps you'll be more comfortable there.
When you're a knight, danger hides behind every bush. A keen eye for trouble gives you the better of it.
What trouble? We've already wasted an entire night and most of the morning looking for this outlaw. Besides, I've got to get to my jousting lessons.
There's no trick to jousting. You just ride fast and thrust hard.
If you do well in the tournament, I assume you'll be leaving for the Crusades straight away.
I hadn't really thought about that.
You've campaigned so hard, I think Father would insist on it. Besides, you'll have at least 6 months' travel just to find the front.
6 months?
Ah, but it's worth it once you get there, you'll see.
Exciting, is it?
I'll say. Nothing gets the heart pounding like living in the constant fear of having your head sliced off. And just wait until you taste the food.
It's good, is it?
Excellent. When we had some. Of course, we had some lean days. I got to picking grubs and such right up off the ground. Some of those little beasts can be pretty tasty cooked in oil and swamp grass.
Tell him about the women.
Yes, tell me about the women.
They do like a soldier, don't they? Of course, they were usually out-of-the-way girls, you know, the kind that didn't take much stock in their appearance. Missing teeth, bald, some of them. Most had an incredible aversion to bathing.
No teeth.
Some were dandy whistlers. Let me tell you, after months of slogging through rain and mud, you'll be glad of the comfort, whatever shape it comes in. I envy you, Cedric. But just remember what I told you. Look for trouble, and it won't find you first. The knight that stays alive is the one with eyes in the back of his head.
Your nightgown, my lady.
You have ruined heaven for me, for I thought only an angel could look like that.
What are you doing here?
I don't know, but I'm so very glad I am.
Everybody's looking for you.
And isn't this the very last place they'll look?
My father's right downstairs. He'd kill you if he saw you here.
Makes it all the more exciting, doesn't it? Have you any plans for the evening? The moon is right for riding.
I'm confined to my room like a child.
Then I'll release you, as you did me. Vines can be a handy way of avoiding fathers.
It'll be in total defiance of his orders. He'd be infuriated to the point of raving. I'll just need a moment to change.
time to go to work. Coach is coming.
Coach?
Coaches are for robbing, my love.
Can't rob a coach.
Of course you can. You have all the necessary skills, and I can promise you it's most entertaining.
I'm not a thief.
You're the lover of a thief. That proves you have poor judgment. Why not step completely off the cliff? Sit there and watch if you like. But life was not meant to be observed. It was meant to be stolen.
Slow down! What's your hurry? Don't you know it's a fine day for a robbery? Wouldn't pay to play the hero.
No problem with me.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. A robbery. Well, don't harm me. My God, please. Well, here's my purse. Now, off you go. Well, off, I say.
It's a little on the light side.
Oh, yes. Well, I don't travel with much. There are outlaws, you know. Oh, yes, of course you know.
What about the compartment under your seat?
Why, you disgusting little sneak.
You're talking about the woman I love. Now, I would appreciate not getting blood on my sword today. Please. The other purse.
Take it. Take it.
I'm forever in your debt, m'lady. Go on.
Who would have thought Cedric would still want to become a knight and go off to the Crusades?
I know. No, who would have thought he'd fall for those ridiculous training exercises?
Well, he's game, I'll say that for him. But I think my recollection of the Crusades took the desire out of him. Still, life as a cleric should look much better now.
I was particularly fond of your recipe for grubs.